Welcome to the Knit Hour with Kate Penfield. Do you want to intro us up?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Welcome to episode 4 of Stickle Bricks and Chill. I'm Kate Penfield. I'm one of your hosts. Your other host is...
Yay, I'm a co-host. I'm Geoff Jones.
I deliberately didn't say co-host because you told me off on the last one. Don't have co-host. Joint host.
Joint hosts.
What are we talking about today, Geoff?
Today we're talking fashion.
You're really excited for this one, aren't you?
Vogue.
Do you have to do that for Vogue?
Yeah, you got to
Put
do.
your hands up and frame your face.
I worked in a call center for a bit, and I had the headphone. I was just like Vogue. But I think everyone can just generally agree that 80s fashion was bad.
I think we touched on shelf seats the other pod. I'm trying to think which one we started off when we were talking about the shelf seats. But yeah, the fashion was just horrendous.
Do you know what the shell suit was made out of?
It's got to be polyester, isn't it?
Yeah, just a nylon polyester mix.
Something fire conducting.
The most flammable substance on earth.
I was thinking before though, like I remember doing PE in the 80s and everyone would wear a shelf suit because it was better than a tracksuit until the day you forgot to bring your PE kit. And you have to go through lost property. And I remember having to do PE one day in cords and a jumper. Imagine trying to do PE in cords.
There wasn't a spare pair of shorts?
No spare shorts. Not that you would, not of a length you would want to wear.
No, it was a genuinely a very short short.
Yes,
which was
hot pant style short.
The PE teacher was keeping for special occasions.
And then you'd have, was it leg warmers? Crikey, do you remember them?
Right. Leg warmers, I'm not going to go too much into because it may be in part of a quiz later. Okay. Obviously, leg warmers weren't something that I was ever a party to. I do need to set up because it's like an evolution of fashion. Like I was born in 82, okay. And I challenge my parents quite regularly that apart from Christmas, find a picture of me wearing clothes. I was naked, I swear, for the first five years of my life because there is no evidence apart from some kind of family with, do you remember the old Oda Mills pictures that you said? Okay, we're getting dressed up and do you know what? The only times I was dressed, so basically my 80s, I was either naked or wearing brown. That's it.
But brown was like the colour. It was almost like everything was brown and like tail end of the 70s, 80s. It was horrendous. And so growing up with two older brothers, I just got ribbed for everything. Like, Mum tried to make me look girly and stuff. Now, I used to get teased. Like, if it was raining, if I put up an umbrella, I'd get called Mary Poppins. And if I wore up a ghoul and put my hood up, I'd get called Garden Gnome. I just got constantly ribbed by the two of them. It's like, it's a savage.
We're a proper dress, it was summer dress kind of girl because I remember my sister always in a summer dress, and long socks.
Made me girly, yeah. I have moments of being girly now, but it's not my deal. I think the 80s was enough to put me up because they were like, but they were like you had mini skirts with a massive belt, like it was kind of 2-3 inch kind of elasticated waist, and it would be like a few layers of ruffles and then material on top. But we're talking probably only about 6 inches. Like if you wanted to get upskirted, you didn't need an invite back then. It was crikey. Like
you just hear the Polaroid go off. Or
Polaroids, oh my goodness. Yeah,
the really
crikey.
loud shutter on the Kodak, and then as you wound on the film.
But and then everything was neon. Like it was like luminous
Mm.
pink and yellow for ages. And
The,
yeah, like
the school disco was full on, full on. It was an
glow
assault
in the
on the
dark.
eyes. It really was.
Oh,
Just yeah,
oh,
the leg warmer because also you had last episode we were talking music and it had a massive influence. Depending on okay, here's a question for you. What was your so as soon as you started being able to choose your own clothes, what was your look?
see, I don't know. Jeans would be preferred.
Jeans, tight
Jeans and
jeans? Are we
little
talking
t.
George Michael tight
No,
jeans?
no, not so much tight
Ah,
jeans.
you're a kid and
Um,
play kind of really baggy, back to front. I did that once.
oh my goodness! Talk about back to front. That's just taking me back. Oh, Raggy Dolls. We did like Raggy Dolls.
Oh, raggy
There was
dolls.
a character called Back to Front, wasn't there? I don't know. I see. I was always. I think I grew out of the girly phase really quickly because I used to just not my default was to hang around with lads. So I had
Uh,
two older brothers, mum's best mates, son. We were childhood sweethearts. So I'd
oh,
be like climbing trees and like getting like riding
sitting on
on.
top.
I was going to
On.
say riding on the chopper, but I don't mean that as a euphemism. Um,
You were sat on top of garages
but
being a basketball hoop.
yeah, exactly. So you would want to do that in a skirt. And then like skateboards and bikes. We were just mucking around like being kids and kind of enjoying none of this e-scooter malarkey, like
No,
properly riding scooters and
proper.
burning some calories, not having and what is it with nowadays? I was thinking about it this morning. Everything's got an E in front of it. It's like, no, no, no. We're not from Yorkshire. It's not E by gum. Like we don't need e-scooters. We don't need e-cigarettes. We don't need e anything. Just like
The
don't be
real
lazy.
deal.
Yeah, get on a bike and pedal. None of this
And then
battery
when you
powered
finish,
malarkey.
like a real cigarette, like
Or get the candy ones that we used to have. Oh,
oh, old Toad. Those are my ones. Candy stick, and it had the little bit of wrap around it, and it was like a pack of old Toads. I still remember to this day because my my stepdad used to buy them for me, and
okay.
it was really frowned upon. Like, and my stepdad was like, "Oh, he's not going to make him smoke. It's just a bit of fun." Went on to smoke for 25 years, so
See,
I hold him fully responsible.
I never smoked because my mum smoked like a chimney, but I did get the old cigarette and go. And replica. I was just like, oh, that was. But that was a norm. It's kind of what you grew up like smoking in the house, smoking in the pub. That
Yeah,
was kind of that was a norm, wasn't it? But
you
yeah,
couldn't get away from it.
which is
Huh?
ironic, really, given the material our clothes were made out of in the 80s.
That's
You
a
did not,
good.
yeah, you would go
That's
up
a
and
good
smoke
point.
fairly quickly. And the fact that actually on shell suits, they used to say keep away from fire. You're like, would they make flammable clothing then? It's
Keep
like,
away from fire. But literally 90% of the population. Well, you live more than 6 feet away from a lit cigarette.
oh,
Oh
and then,
God.
oh,
So
cracking. I remember
we don't. Oh, sorry, Karen.
I was going to say, my mum had a knitting machine though as well. So we all had like homemade, ridiculously patterned jumpers made for us. Bless her. Like, I knew a lot of hard work went into it. But
They
Giles
were horrible.
Brandreth, if you remember Giles Brandreth with his like different jumpers, that was like our household. We had
Is that the
jumpers.
Weatherman or something, Charles Brandon?
No, he was like a TV presenter. He's still around now,
Yeah.
actually. And in fact, he was a couple of years older than my dad, and he went to the same uni as my dad. But yeah. Oh, who was it today? Oh, my dad. I can't remember which episode it was. I said about how he looked like the R. White's lemonade.
Yes. Yeah.
Someone today turned around and told him he looked like Rowan Atkins. And I was like,
Poor dad.
this is not something that we need to like encourage. And I went, and you're telling me you want to be associated with Mr. Bean now?
If you see Kate's dad, please do tell him who you think he looks like.
No, please don't, because he's getting really excited that he looks like all these people. He looks nothing like any of them. So yeah, other than yeah, like back with growing up, he looked like the White's lemonade guy. So
I've at some point, your dad's you're just gonna have to come on.
Yeah, do you know what? He would love it. The problem is, he nicks my jokes and then claims they're my jokes, but he tells them slightly differently, and they might be slightly inappropriate. My jokes aren't inappropriate until they come out of my dad's mouth, and you're like, "That's not the joke, though, is it?" So
everyone thinks you're this smutty comedian.
I love my dad, but I don't like him quoting my jokes because he gets them wrong and gets me in trouble. So yeah.
Oh God, God love him. God. Did, did you go through the dungaree phase?
No,
I remember
no.
dungarees were a big part. Like, say obviously you had the mini skirts, the dresses, and the dungarees. That's all I remember. Kind of girls around my age wearing during kind of the late 80s, early 90s, and like the dungarees they were like a little bit too short at the bottom. Probably like was it Mel and Kim? I want to say Mel and Kim had that kind of look. Is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, but one of them died, so I
Oh,
mean that's yeah.
all right.
Have to kill the mood. Yeah, so it's
Was it brutal?
no,
Good.
sad. She wasn't very well, and but yeah, it was Mel and
Oh,
Kim, and then it was it Kim Appleby that then went solo with her sister and did some stuff. So there you go,
oh,
full of useless information.
that was incredibly useless.
So, yeah,
Thank you. But for all you Mel and Kim fans out there, uh,
I'm really
let's
sorry
know
to break the news.
what's your favourite Kim Appleby solo song?
Um, uh, Respectable was the only song that I remember that they did.
Is that
Tay, tay,
Tay,
tay,
tay,
tay, tay,
tay,
tay,
tay,
tay, tay,
tay, tay,
tay.
tay, tay,
There you go, and
take
that's more
it
than
or
two lines.
leave it? Is it? repeating the first repeating the first syllable of a word.
Oh,
It's so
I
times.
do. I would like mid 90s. I probably went to dungarees. I went through a phase of like it was like a weird tie dye like phase that I
Oh
went through
my god, tie
with
dye.
a tie, not like full on. I mean, they were a bit quirky, more boutique than like full on tie dye. But yeah, that was a weird
Did you
phase.
used to colour your own t-shirts? You know when you kind of
No,
you put all this stuff in the water and then you put a t-shirt in.
only at
Loved a
school, and it
bit of
was obligatory.
that. I loved a bit of that. And
I like
you
the old.
wear it. Oh my god! Sorry, I've just had this hasn't entered my mind for 30 years. Scratch and sniff t-shirts.
Oh,
Did you
do you
ever have a
remember?
scratch? I had a banana one. It's amazing for about a week, but I still wore it for about 3 years.
Remember those heat reactive ones?
Oh yes, and you put your
They
hand on someone, and it's like
yeah, but they were never good, were they? Because you used to get sweaty.
the outfits.
It was like your armpits was never a great idea.
If you're a bigger person, you just kind of get the lines in the creases.
And they had the t-shirts where you could like write something in it and have like the like dot matrix kind of thing across the front. Do you remember those?
Dot matrix? No, I mean
Yeah.
sequins. Big on the sequins back in the
Oh,
day.
it was like LED type thing.
Oh,
You don't remember those?
this
Okay.
passed me by.
Yeah,
What? So what you could just light up?
I'm sure you had a message or something, and you could put the message on and off.
I mean,
I'm sure I'm not dreaming this.
could you create your own message, or is it just you
I
bought
can't remember.
the top with a message?
Can't remember. I'll have to try and find it.
Um,
So, but
that
yeah.
I definitely would have had if I'd known. I would have had one of those.
But did you go full on Mr. Motivator at any stage? Did you go into the multicolour lycra?
No, no lycra has ever touched this body, and apart from washing up gloves and contraception, I've never touched.
I was driving along this morning. There was a cyclist. So in my shower, was a cyclist on my left hand side. No, what? I had to stop for traffic lights, and so he came past me again. He went past me twice. His lycra shorts were like they were out of the 80s. Like they were
Uh,
too short for comfort, and I'm glad I didn't see him in my rearview mirror at any point.
it is fashion, so it does count. But I want to ask, what are they training for? What are they when you get groups of cyclists all wearing lycra and they're down the road like they're part of Team Sky? What are they training for? I I don't get it. Like just wear shorts and a t-shirt. Why do they need to wear the lycra? I don't under. What are they training for, Kate? Sorry,
It's
it's a touchy subject.
what worries me is not so much what they're training for, but what they're trying to put on display.
Right,
Yes, yes,
that's it. And
no.
they get off doing the stretches. But that's by the by. That's
Let's just
a
say it doesn't do it for me. So,
I
but
probably don't do it
what hair did
for
you?
their partners at home. That's why they're out every Sunday. They go
I'm
for
sure the
8 mile.
partners would encourage them to go out. And
Yeah.
in fact, if I had a partner, I would encourage them to go out like her because I'd know that no other woman would find them attractive in it. So, what hair did you have in the 80s though?
Oh,
Did you have any embarrassing hair?
right. This is actually it is 90s. So well, okay. So I've always had the side parting, and believe it or not. So anyway, if you when the video comes up, this you'll be able to see. But otherwise, go on. So you'll see I am currently grey with a dark tinge. I used to be pitch black hair. Growing up, though, I was blonde, and I always had this cute little blonde side part. I did look like Hitler Youth with my brown my brown shirt and shorts on, right? I was bleached blonde. My eyebrows were as well. I didn't have eyebrows until I was 14 because they were blonde and they looked like I didn't have. But my hair had already started going dark, so I had this really dark hair, this blonde kind of thin eyebrows. So it looked like I didn't have any eyebrows. So that was bad enough. My first time for a bit, like so, my hair. I've never been too worried about my hair. It just kind of as soon as I had to pay for my own haircuts, it was like, well, it gets as long as it gets, and at some point I'll get it cut, right? But I went when I went to college, first year of college. A friend of mine did, and this is genius, by the way. So I did catering because I wasn't allowed to do anything else because all my grades were too bad. And so I was doing catering at college, and a friend of mine was at the same college, but he was doing hair and beauty. And obviously,
Okay.
group of lads back in the 90s, so, oh, well, yeah, calling him names, being inappropriate, things that I wouldn't do today because I've emotionally grown. Um, and we're like, mate, come on. Yeah, just if you're gay, you're gay. It's fine. Just tell us. And he's like, mate, he just said, there's me and 29 girls. And we're like, oh, that's genius. Anyway, so after he'd been doing this course for probably 3 weeks, we were back at my mum's place at the time, and he's like, "Oh, I've got these clippers, right? I'll cut your hair, right?" And so he just grey tooed me all over,
Okay.
and put stripes in the back of my head, and
That's crazy.
my God, I thought I was the coolest thing. And in fact, what I'll do is I will put. I've only got a picture of a picture because 90s. Um, there's a picture of me with my. It's kind of like a side profile of my head. So
Okay.
short hair on top, these
And
lines
then
going around the side. My blue Ben Shemaine shirt, which you can just see the collar on, and I'm wearing sunglasses. I'm looking like a prize, really. But back in the day, uh, that kid was hot as hell.
okay, some of the haircuts I had. So for a long time, my mum used to cut my hair, and she shouldn't have been given scissors.
a common theme in the
Yeah,
80s.
Yeah, she shouldn't have been given scissors. And then so she liked Princess Diana, so I had a Princess Diana cup for a while. Obviously, before the accident.
After.
um, Apologies if that's offended anyone. Then I had this like
Or
it
the
grew out of it. I
accident.
had a weird like it was not quite a mullet, but I mean, and nor did I ever get to say. Do you remember the I don't remember it in real life, but the Only Fools and Horses where Rodney had like the stick-on ponytail thing.
Oh,
I
the
mean
rat's
that was
tail.
yeah, that
Yeah.
was never a good look in the 80s. But yeah, um, so I had like a weird style, in betweeny style. Then I went full on rebellion. I went not quite undercut, but I went for curtains. I got into like
Oh,
blur and stuff, and I went kind of to the ear and then shaved up the back. I thought that was cool. Looking back, what the hell was I thinking?
I must have blocked this out because do you know what? You're right. There was a point I had the centre part in, but not to have a centre part. I had the most gelled hair, and it was when it dried. It was like a bicycle helmet. I could have been a crash test dummy and survived. It was that straight. But I spent a part in the hair, and literally, if there's just getting just really carefully make it was the straightest and most centered center part in. Kate with gel.
But was it those like the cheap tubs of like blue stuff, or was it shockwaves? Because it was like one or the other.
Thank you, a
I,
shockwave. I
I
could
don't
all I
know where that
remember
came into my head.
is I could squeeze the bottle and it
Yeah.
just kept going. And then I was like, yeah, that's enough. Just put it on. And then the timer starts to get it into place where you want it to. Because if it had a little bit of strand kind of sticking up, then it's staying there for a while, for a good 3 washes.
Was it late 90s? Started going blonde. Obviously, peroxide.
Oh,
I used to
nice.
twist my hair, like gel my hair, twist it, and I used to have these little clips and then had it all spiked up. It was quite funky.
Oh.
So yeah. But I mean I was adult by that stage. It was very late 90s. But yeah, but crikey, some of the places I worked when I was working on holiday parks and trying to find a hairdresser that you trusted, some of the haircuts you walked out with was not. You could tell they were used to doing the blue rinses. They were not used to doing funky styles. So having a hairstyle that I could then just throw a load of gel in
Yeah.
and twist it and spike it, like that,
Job,
that was a
job done.
benefit.
Oh.
Oh,
These
uh,
I can't like kids' hair these days. You see, and it's I don't know, all based around football players, stuff like that. And I'm like, do you like if it my so yeah, like they've always been quite okay with their hair, just yeah, the short back and sides or a bit of a or whatever it was, and it's just whatever's easiest. I can imagine if my kid, 9 years old, comes and like, right, I want a fade undercut with my eyebrow chipped in and all this thing. Like, I don't
so
understand what you're saying.
I used to do it with the boys. So I used to cut the boys' hair, and then but no, they used
Were
to
you
give
better
me
than
the
your
photo.
mum?
Yeah,
Uh,
because I could actually use clippers rather than a basin. But yeah, they used to show me a picture of a footballer, and I used to do like mohawks, you name it. Like, yeah, I was quite
mohawk.
creative. Yeah.
I
So
always wanted to mohawk, but I wasn't.
I mean, it wasn't a big mohawk, but it
Yeah,
was it was suffice for going to school and not getting in trouble. But
I
because
didn't
I
have
was
the guts for
like,
a mohawk.
who couldn't have shorter than a grade two? So
Yeah,
I don't
and it
think
was
I don't think they
surprising.
had clippers when we were little.
It surprised me because considering like everyone had nits back in those days, like
That's
literally
what I used to
everyone
do.
shave your head. Yeah, shave your head. Crack on, mate. Just shave it.
As soon as the boys came home with a knit letter, that was it. Clippers out. Grade two,
Get
done.
rid. Yeah,
Yeah. And they were like, why? I'm like, I've got really thick hair. Oh, I don't want your knits, thank you.
that's it. You don't want to be an adult. Oh God, you want a pool of it.
But
Go.
blokes don't
What?
have to worry about it. It's only,
Hey,
yeah, once you go through puberty, like no knits. There you go. From a bloke's perspective. I could bore you with the facts, but that's
Yeah, I
genuine.
thought that we'll save that for another episode, Kate. Welcome to the Knit Hour with Kate Penfield. Maybe we'll do that at Comic Con.
Let's not do knits.
Let's see.
I'll bring the clippers along. I'll give anyone who wants a free knit cut. I'll give you a haircut. I'm joking. I won't.
Oh,
I don't want
God.
public liability for cutting someone's hair.
That's it, live on stage. So what about shoes? Let's do the whole kit and caboodle.
Oh, I don't really remember shoes too much. I remember wanting the DAG trainers, which we've spoken about already.
Dag.
Like, yeah, but Gola were like.
Oh.
I remember Gola.
Elise.
Was it Elise or was it Alessi?
Oh, I don't know.
So
regional.
East West Divide.
Yeah.
I love my DMs. I used to have a pair of DMs.
I only have fake DMs.
Kind of yeah, so I had because the original ones had the yellow, they were black with the yellow stitching on the bottom. I went for multicoloured stitching on the bottom. They were cool. I like them.
Rebel.
Rebel with a cause. I don't really remember.
I'd light up shoe. I think it was like the first ever kind of light up shoes, which was, but they didn't last long. to be fair, they didn't. But I think I lived and died in my LS shoes, probably into the fact that they were too small for me and ruined my feet. Because one of these things, I had my LS shoes, my Benjamin shirt, and a pair of Levi's, and it was like this only real three, apart from my scratch and sniff T-shirt. There's probably only three items of clothing of mine which were actually nice. And like, so I just warmed to death. Well, I do remember. Oh no, sorry, they weren't Levi, but they were Yves Saint Laurent, right? Oh god, I was so furious, right? I got, and actually no, I would have been Levi's first, but I got this pair of Yves Saint. I got for my birthday, £180, right?
Oh, crikey!
White. I wore them out with my girlfriend at the time. We went to a car boot in Chichester, and I got ketchup down them. Right, so I had to be professionally cleaned. Went off to the cleaners. Never saw them again. Literally, they disappeared. I was like, "Mum, where's my jeans?" They don't know. I don't know. They're like, well, what do we do about this? And I never saw them again. And I wore them once. Ketchup, cleaners.
If that was today, you would claim.
I'd sue the pants off them.
Literally.
Literally to get my pants back. But
so I don't really remember too much about like shoes, because I spent most of my childhood. So I was a dancer, and I used to compete. So a lot of my time was in dance shoes. And you were talking about wrecking your feet, but when I mean it wasn't cool. I used to do ballroom dance, and that's what I trained in. But so you had like a little hill. Silver shoes, but you had to wear them with socks, and that absolutely mullered your feet. And we're talking like of 5 nights a week, and then compete at the weekend. Like my feet, they're not attractive. But yeah, it's it was never a good thing. Training that. Don't get me wrong, I loved it, but yeah, for feet, it was never a good thing. So I think if I wasn't in dance shoes, I probably wasn't in shoes because I need my feet to recover.
So I am never without a sock or a shoe. I hate feet. I hate, so I would always wear a sock. And I know a lot of people don't like it. They're like, oh, it'll be free when you get home. No, hate it. But that's a conversation for my weird foot thing of just hating feet.
I hate feet too.
Yeah, well, it's like in the shower, the penultimate thing to wash is the rear, and then it's the feet. Like, I just hate it so much. But anyway,
I don't do feet. I feel like this is another podcast of like I hate my feet.
This is the hatred of feet. Okay, do you want a quiz?
I'd love a quiz.
You'd like a quiz, right? Let's do the quiz. Okay, I have 5 questions and then one for listeners.
Okay.
Question number 1. Also, I'm being attacked by a cat. Well,
Is it because you got
Uh,
your feet out?
question number 1. Which
Okay.
brand of train? These are quite highbrow questions, considering how much I messed up the
Considering I
last quiz
don't
I
do
did.
shit.
Um,
Okay.
which brand of trainers became hugely popular in the 1980s thanks to hip hop culture and artists like Run DMC?
Would that
Yeah,
be the
see
high top trainer?
it. Which? Oh well, brand. So not style, but
Oh,
brand. Chicky, 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 chicky. It's time to rock around. It's right on time. It's chicky, chicky, chicky. No,
no,
A-
no idea.
Adi- Adidas or Adidas, depending on where in the
Adidas.
country you come from.
Adidas. Yeah.
Um, question number 2. Which hairstyle, described as business in the front, party in the back, became iconic during the 80s? Hey, business in the front, party in the back.
Oh, the mullet.
The mullet. That's
Uh,
it. And unless you're going to watch the video, you won't see how I described that using my hands. Oh, you probably didn't even see it as well. I had a nice little kind of fluttery thing.
See, that's made a comeback though, thanks to the
I
likes
know
of
it's
Benson
horrible.
Boone. Yeah, I don't.
My
It should
my
have
eldest,
stayed in the 80s.
eldest son had one for a bit because he decided he wanted to be a trucker, and so he grew a moustache and a mullet. And God, I love that kid. Thankfully, he's always had such long, lovely hair. He's just like, yeah, got a mullet, gonna be a trucker, like long distance trucker as well. Don't know why.
My eldest during lockdown wanted to have a man bun, right, which would not have
Yeah,
suited him.
we've had the man
And
bun.
he was so adamant he was going to grow one. If you grow a man bun when you're asleep, I'm going to put Imac and give you a monk's bun.
A little monk's ball patch.
And he was like,
Wow.
"You wouldn't," and I'm like, "I absolutely would. That's how much I'm anti a man bun on you." I don't have issues with man buns. It just never would have suited him.
No. Hey, that's
Yeah.
I would have said that. My I hate people who look good with hair. My hair's never been good. And like I said, I've never worried until I would look at myself and think, God, Jeff, you have some terrible hair over the years. Question 3. Which 1983 film starring Tom Cruise helped popularize Ray-Bans? Oh, the sunglasses. So we didn't touch the sunglasses. Ray-Ban Wayfarer sunglasses and a laid-back shirt and underwear look.
Okay. Well, I want to say Top Gun, but Top Gun was later than
It
'83.
was. And it didn't really have the shirt and pants combo.
It didn't have a lot of combo, to be fair.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. There you go, you get that as a clue.
I don't know.
Risky business.
Joe, I've never
Da-na.
seen it.
Well, you know what? Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Unless you want to
Now,
see a
Tom
young Tom
Cruise in
Cruise.
Top Out.
Oh, what a film that is. I love that film so much. I know when like my wife bought it for me on DVD just a couple of years ago. Like
Okay.
it is. Have you ever seen Rich Hall's bit about Tom Cruise?
No.
Okay, I won't. I'm not going to go into it. I'll find it and I'll send it to you. And anyone else, Rich Hall, just search Rich Hall Tom Cruise. Look, it's fantastic. I'll send it to you, and hopefully you'll love it as much as I do. Otherwise, you're wrong. Okay, and here we go. We've
Okay.
already touched on it. What type of leg wear, often worn over leggings or jeans, became a dance-inspired trend thanks to films like Flashdance?
So this would be the leg warmer.
It's the
I
leg.
guess.
Uh,
So, yeah. And needless to say, I had some knitted by my mum on the knitting machine.
you had some knitted by your mum. Oh, God bless. God bless your mum and her knitting, and dad who looks like every scrawny person who's ever
Anyone in
been on
the 80s, you
TV.
don't want him to look like, yeah.
Well, and last question before we get for one for the listeners: which pop star? This is a nice easy one. Which pop star helped popularize the single white glove as a fashion statement during the 80s? Now, I, I say fashion statement. Obviously, it was only by idiots and other rich people.
So, do you want the genuine answer
Oh my,
or
no.
the allegedly answer?
Give me the allegedly one. Go on.
Which one would you like?
Give me the allegedly.
Ralph Harris? Genuinely, it was Michael Jackson.
It was Michael. Good old
I was going to go Jimmy
Michael
Savile, and
Jackson.
I thought, no, he didn't release a song, but Ralph Harris did.
It could have been Zippy from Rainbow because he only had one hand, so he was essentially a glove himself. Right, and one for the one for the listeners. For you to ponder over the minute if you get it straight away, or a lifetime if you don't Google it and don't know the answer. Which British? This is a highbrow question. I'm going. Which British designer became a major fashion icon in the 1980s, known for bold, rebellious designs and association with punk culture?
Oh,
Probably the only British designer I'd be able to name. She doesn't look how she once did. I don't think that's unfair to. So none of us do as we get older, but some of us try and reverse the aging effects more than others, and we should stop at a certain point. That's all the clues you're going to get. Do you think you know that? They say it, the answer. Do you think you know it?
no, I do.
No?
I
Oh,
don't.
there we go.
No,
Uh,
I can't wait to find out.
you can't. Oh, I suppose I can tell you, but just not on air, right? Okay. Um, okay, everybody. I think we've covered fashion. If in fact, if there's anything we have missed from 80s or 90s fashion, that you love, I'm going to go and see if I can now find scratch and sniff t-shirts, see if they're still a thing. Now I guess they're just unwashed. But yeah, I'm going to go and see if I can find those and maybe some leg warmers.
So, any top from the 80s, probably you could scratch and sniff now and it would smell of the 80s.
It was it had that lovely musky smell.
Oh,
If you've owned anything that we've spoken about, if you had a favorite item of clothing, if you've got any embarrassing pictures, send them. Put them on the Sticker Bricks and Chill Facebook or Instagram, just or tag us in at Sticker Bricks and Chill because we would absolutely love to see them. If you do send them in via email at stickerbricksandchill at gmail.com, then we will post them for you anonymously if you would prefer. Easy for me to say.
or they could wear them down to Comic Con on the 2nd and 3rd of May. There you
That,
go. Nice
that
little
was
segue.
lovely. That was very good. Come and see us live at Portsmouth Comic Con, where we'll be doing Geoff Jones Friends Make It Better live at 1:30 on the Saturday. And what's this podcast called? Sticker Bricks and Chill at 1:30 on the Sunday with me and Kate. So two shows, an hour each time. And the Comic Con's lovely as well, by the way. I say it's a really nice, inclusive, family friendly, fun, chilled out time. And you can come and see us at your lunch. Get your lunch and then come in and sit with us, get involved, and shout allegedly whenever, just whenever you want, really.
We should get a trademark. We'd make an absolute
It,
fortune.
I think that we need. There's going to be a T-shirt with allegedly coming up in the future. Kate, any last words?
No, I can't wait to see everyone at Comic Con. And if you've got anything that you'd like, topics you'd like us to cover as well, we're more than happy for some suggestions. I mean, we have plenty, but if you want to add to it, we would love for you to get involved.
We would love, and we'll name you as the inspiration behind it because that's how nice we are. What are we talking about next time? We did decide, didn't we?
Oh. It was TV dating shows. So it was Naked Attraction versus Blind Date.
And if you've seen either of them, we're in for a bit of a surprise. I mean, same person, different show. I get that. Right, and also you may not have even known who I was doing then. All right, Kate. This has been emotional once again. A little trip down memory lane. A spot of nostalgia. I'm so happy that my brain's opened up the door to scratch and sniff t-shirts and tie dye and sequins and all the rest of it. Um, but I guess until we see you on episode 5, goodbye. You
See
say
you
goodbye,
later.
Kate? No, you're right. You're just like, yeah, off you get. No, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from Kate. Say goodbye, Kate.
Bye, Kate.
My co-host, Kate. Yeah, you're in trouble. Bye.
Bye.